Hey everyone, it's Leo Young from Impressive Graphics Media here. Images of Starfire, Raven, and Beast Boy have been released for the upcoming live-action TV show Titans. Are they any good? Well, let's find out. Yesterday, images from Titans showing Raven, Beast Boy, and Starfire were released. In case you weren't aware, Warner Brothers is in development of a live-action TV show version of the Teen Titans, titled Titans, that will be shown on their own private streaming service. The show was announced a few years ago, and it was set to air on TNT until they lost interest. A year after that, we were given a list of characters that would be in the show and the actors who would be playing these characters. Now, there's little chance of this show crossing over with the other shows from the CW, like Arrow, Flash, because they're on different stations. Now, first image that I'm showing right now is the most controversial one so far. Above is an image of Anna. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing her last name right. Dwight, who plays Starfire. Now, yes, first thing you notice if you're just a simple Teen Titan fan, her skin isn't orange and her uniform is a bit, open. But something that we should take notice of is that we're not very sure why she's even wearing stuff like that. We don't really know the concept of the scene that we're watching. For all we know, she's undercover or she's just trying to look semi-normal, but we also don't know if they're going to give her like the normal skin, because if you notice, I do not believe her eyes are green. Alright, her hair looks a little pink, not fiery red, but it all depends on how the CGI comes in and the trailers. So my opinion is, hold your thoughts until we see more. Now, jumping on to the next two, we see our first look at Beast Boy and Raven, played by Ryan Potter and Tegan Croft. Excuse me. Again, oh my goodness, excuse me. Again, Beast Boy's skin is not green, however his hair is. But like I said, wait until more comes out before you start judging. However, his jacket, the red and white thing we see, is very similar. In fact, I would like to say it is. Well, it's not the exact, but it is very similar to his debut album, The Red and White. Most people know his outfit, purple and black, from the Teen Titans cartoon, but this is the first outfit that he wore. So there is the possibility that maybe in the future he will change from purple to black. As for Raven, there's really not much that can be said about it. Like, it's pretty modern, it's simplistic, it's dark, purple, goth style. Like, they're not going to give her the comic book version of what Raven wore, where she just wore boots and the thing and a cape. So I am actually very interested to see how her hoodie will wear. It's most likely she'll wear a jacket of some sort, because most people always complain, oh, it's not comic accurate, it's not comic book looking. They're like, well, you can't hit every mark, you know what I mean? Now, personally, and I know I've been given like the normal rundown of this, but personally, I'm not really worried about this show as much as I have been worried about the past ones. The reason is DC seems to be in full control of this show, or Warner Brothers, which I know is odd, but I feel like they're better off with their TV shows than movies, because they can really span those out instead of the 2 hours. Every one of their shows from the CW verse has been plagued with the whole, CW thing, where it is most known that a lot of the shows on that are teen soap operas, shows for young adults. Like, every one of their shows, Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow, Flash, Supergirl, they all started out rather interesting, and over time they've gone downhill in not production quality but story wise. As for CW though, not CW, I mean DC, they plan on sending this to TNT, where a lot of actually great dramas have been shown, such as The Last Ship. Oh man, what is that show where the aliens come and they turn that historian into the president? That one, Survivors, I think? TNT had a very good track record of shows they made. However, DC is personally dealing with this show themselves. They are in full, complete control of what they show. Now, I can guarantee you're not going to see the most disturbing blood scenes. I mean, we might actually, because of Raven. The main villain, if I'm correct, of this season is Brother Blood. So it is Raven centric. But other than that, though, There's not much else I can say. The show comes out later this year. We're not 100% sure, but my only gripe with it is the CW streaming service, and if I'm correct, you have to pay for that. The same reason you have to also pay to get to see Young Justice season 3. And while some of us will pay, I'm a cheap person. I'm probably going to find a way to get around it. I'm not saying I'm going to, you know, just in case DC's watching this and they watch all this shit and they're like, oh, we're going to ban your IP address. But I'm just saying, if the opportunity arises for me to find another way to find the show for free, maybe even like clips or something, I'll watch it. Anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy. Sorry that there's not a lot going on here, but it's rather simplistic. The images came out, and a lot of people don't like Starfire's costume the most. Now there is a picture of Nightwing or Dick Grayson in the scene, but here's the thing about the Titans that a lot of people need to realize: the Titans aren't characters that can simply live a quote-unquote normal-ish life. Beast Boy's hair is green, his skin is normally green. Raven does look like she is oddly palish. Normally she has the diamond in her forehead, but as you can see in the picture, she's wearing it as a necklace, so she looks more gothy than anything else, so nobody's really going to look at her. Starfire was always going to stand out. Cyborg always stood out. A lot of the Teen Titans are individuals who have naturally or unnaturally looking characteristics. Robin is someone who is known to hide him. Dick Grayson is known as someone who hides himself. So he's the only person in a picture from the tweets that pretty much looks normal. So yeah, other than that, Starfire is the only one that everyone really has a problem with. I have hopes that this is not her actual like uniform. She's wearing the boots, but even then, those aren't really fighter boots. And well, like I said, we have to wait a little bit longer before we see a trailer or any actual CGI or effects that are given to her. Maybe like when she starts using her powers, her eyes actually glow green, her hair gets longer, because it looks like she's wearing a wig, so it is possible. Anyways, like normal, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did and you want to see the next video that comes out tomorrow or get updated, please hit the subscribe button to get access to our notification gong. And if you're not comfortable with that, that's totally fine. But if you want to support the channel and all that we do, like, comment, share with your friends and family. I want to hear what you guys have to say about all of this. I want to see your opinions, because all I do is I read all these other articles. It's like, oh, the fans are angry, but I really do want to hear what you have to say about this. Anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy. My name is Leo Young. This is Impressive Graphics Media, and I will see you in the next one. Stay impressive.